Tech giant Apple wants a share of the monthly fees subscribers pay to content creators using an app called Patreon. Apple's demand, 30%.
I might have a bunch of people who are coming to me through the Apple app, which means I'll have to raise my rates to be able to compensate for that difference, because now Apple's going to be taking a cut of that Patreon.
The fee applies to in-app purchases as of November 4th. Patreon says payments for existing memberships aren't affected. Podcasters like Craig Baird aren't sure how much it'll hurt yet.
It kind of feels like the Apple cost is just being transferred right to me rather than Patreon taking any kind of part of that or trying to compensate for it.
If you don't have an iPhone, you don't have the App Store.
The 30% figure isn't new, applying to most revenue from other apps for years. It's unclear what changed for Patreon, which avoided it. Apple didn't respond to requests for comment, but Apple won recent legal challenges to the fee, and the iPhone market is huge. So experts say companies have to go along with it.
App developers, software companies, platforms like Patreon live in fear that they have to stay on the right side of Apple's line or risk having their business decimated.
We don't have any other choice. App developers don't have any other choice other than to sort of pay these taxes, as you might call them, to the platform owners.
The fee can be avoided if users pay on a computer or Android device. But in a statement, Patreon told CBC News it's not permitted to advise fans away from purchasing within the iOS app. And the company is advising its users to increase their rates.
Norman McLaren.
But in the end, creators will have to decide on their own if they want to eat the loss or raise prices. Anis Haidari, CBC News, Calgary.